quality of Snowball is the ability to backpedal. I love his ability to go backwards, you know. Yeah, look, everybody, we're gonna go out at noon. Why? That's stupid. Yeah, well, I knew that. We're gonna, 11:30 is better anyway. Let's do it then. Like, he has an amazing ability to just backpedal and ramble his way out of certain things. I think the thing that makes this film stand out outside of the first one is just the progression. You know, you're seeing characters progress. And that's what you want in anything. You know, you want to see characters grow and the families, the kids, you know, and adults that saw part one. They got to see a world that I think we all were very curious about on a different level of thinking. And that was just what happens in your household when you leave? What do your pets do? And after those questions are answered, to see more questions get answered. Not only what they do, but how far do they go to protect what they truly believe in, you know? How much do they value what's considered to be their homes, their families, their owners, their friends?
Chloe is a cat, and she has a very lackadaisical, AKA lazy kind of way about her, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just she's robust and voluptuous, and she has a lot of love to give with her furry softness. And I think that requires also a lot of meals. And so she needs to continually be looking and hunting for meals in a very low energy way. Recording this movie is really fun because every single time I go there to do a session, there's always at one point a moment for efforts, which is just like, ooh, you know, and that is always my favorite part because you have to kind of create physical comedy with just your mouth, and that is always my favorite part. So, you know, sometimes I have an entire session of just efforts, and so it's just you know, it's like that is fun.
So Sergey is, I guess, a villain. Some might call him a villain. I wouldn't call him a villain. I would call him a man who has very clear needs and wants. And in this case, he wants Hu, the white tiger, and he captures Hu and then spends the majority of the movie holding on to him and fighting off all the other pets as they try to rescue Hu back. So Sergey is not a good guy. I do some vocal exercises, which really just entails a lot of breathing and warming up the voice, because it is a little taxing. There's a lot of screaming. There's a lot in these movies, especially when you're the bad guy. There's a lot of screaming and, you know, pointing. There's a lot of screaming, and there's a good amount of fighting, and then there are a lot of effort noises. People don't think about that, but when you do these movies, there's a lot of like, ha, oh, ooh, ah, ah, you know, like as this grown man fights adorable pets.
Luke and Liam's relationship in the movie, you know, state right at the beginning that Liam is ours. So we consider him our kid, and we want him to look up to us, and we want to set good examples for him. And it's such a sweet relationship, and I think one that, you know, parents and kids are going to really see themselves in a lot. Duke's more comfortable now because he knows he has a home, and you know, I wouldn't say Duke is smarter yet necessarily, but I think Duke runs that perfect line of, is he smart or not smart? Because you think you can just kind of judge him and think like, well, he's kind of aloof and kind of a doof, but then, you know, he says some pretty smart things every once in a while, and you're like, wait, hold on, which one is he? I have a blast doing the recording sessions. I love it. You know, as an actor coming up through the business, I always aspired to get into this world. I always wanted to do it and try it. I took classes and animation classes and voiceover classes. It's a dream come true to be able to do it, to be honest with you. You know, you just roll in, you do a little vocal warm-ups, you say hi to everybody and look at pictures. Probably one of my favorite things is the first time I ever went in for the first Secret Life of Pets is when they had the art out there for me on the music stands just to look at and sort of help inspire me and get into the feeling of it, because I'm seeing things really for the first time. So that's a very great memory, you know, for me that first one, but I just love it. It's freeing, it's expressive, it's fun, and
Liam just means a thing that he has to protect. He's his little buddy. He's his little friend, and he is this. He's an example of the best that humanity has to offer as far as Max has seen so far. So he's got to protect that. Well, Max has definitely opened up to the possibility that some humans could be really cool, and so that's kind of helped him grow. But then, of course, it's also made him very, very protective of the one human he likes.
When I first saw Daisy, I was like, oh, she's so cute. And then when I heard my voice coming out, I was like, I'm a dog with cute barrettes. I'm so cute. She's just a, gung-ho, take life by the teeth, or by the bone, or by the keys. She takes life, you know what I'm saying? And goes for it. She has compassion, she cares about others, and she's a hero.
He's learned a lot. He's been through so much. He's grown. He's in a very different place. He's in a real good place, a real happy. No, Mel is insane. Mel's a little lunatic, and he's doing all right. He's always going to be Mel. He'll always be fine. Don't worry about Mel. The recording sessions were a blast. They were a real good time. Very energetic. The creators and writers of this movie are so amazing. It's such a blast. Do I have any memories from recording? Oh, this one time I was about to record and the whole building exploded, and we all blew up, and everyone flew up like miles into the air, and we all landed in the exact same spot. Kept recording. You can hear it in the movie if you listen quietly.